Yep. Y'all see I'm in here. I'll be right at y'all right now, man. Got to shut that ego down first. Not shut him down, but I got to quiet him down for a second. Let's salute to everybody. Hey, y'all hit my like button before you hit the what do you call that? The live chat or the top chat. Make sure you hit that live button because I know my brother Sir Flamelin came in here first to let y'all know what it is. He break down the rules. We got to have rules. Got to establish rules here in Eagles Web as soon as we come in. This is Monday. Yeah, we'll try to we try to do we try to get through this. It's just too much to really. I mean, this can be a long discussion. We'll cover it more. Maybe we just won't cover it all today. I got my phone blowing up. I got a lot of stuff I got to do today. But I always got what's most important also is I like to do what I want to do, which is I want to do my show. So I like to do that, All the other shit, they going to get you with it anyway. Like, oh, we'll do this, pay this bill, do that. That's all it is still. I pay bills for 3 weeks, man, when I'm, every month, man, I got like at least 3 weeks. I think my last bill is scheduled for like the 21st of the month. So from the 1st all the way to the 21st, I'm paying bills. I got 1 week of relief, the last week. If it's a short month, that goes by. So what is basically like I got anywhere from a week to 10 days where I don't have to pay nothing, where I feel free, like I earn some money and it ain't going to nobody. But anyway, Sir Flum say salute to Eagles Web. He said jab that like button. He said you entered the chat. Or he said, oh, y'all neck. He said, don't get naked, Eagles Web box. He changed it up on us a little bit. He got the, y'all still understand what it means though, right? Y'all hit that like button, come in here. Sir Flame said he got that fire up good with that 100 with the glove. And he got those things up just in case you don't know. Yep. Lala D said something there. See, okay, she got the hearts out for the king. Heart and king. Heart, king. Heart, king. Heart, king. That's right. Derek Beatty's up in here. He said salute to Eagles Web Boxing. Derek Beatty salute to Sir Flame. And Derek Bailey, peace to the queen at Lala D. Lala D say I'm going to make a vid telling people to follow you this week. They better come see Eagle. Hey, tell them to beware, though. Tell them to watch out for Derek Bailey and especially Sir Flame. He itchy finger right now. Don't bring no trouble. And there won't be no trouble. No, Lala D at Derek Bailey. That's right. Lala D is at Sir Flame. And then Eagles Web. Of course, salute to everybody. I said the prayers first. I'm going to catch y'all in a minute. That's it. Lala D said only have an hour. She said, okay. And then down to Sir Flame again, salute at Derek Bailey. And Sir Flame, salute to the queen at Lala D with the crown on her head. Lala D just hit the like. That's right. You come up in Eagles Web, just hit the like. And I know some of you are with the WBC. Not you, not my chat family. But people just popping in and out. Don't worry about it. You could come in. And you could join. I always see blue in here every once in a while. I don't know when this gray comes in here. For some reason, it gets thrown out. I don't know what it is, man. It's just like my chat is for a few people. It's not for like the masses. And what happens is these trolls come in here and they get bodied right away. But most time my guys are good. You go and Lala done had to smack somebody upside the head before. Every once in a while they got to get it. But, just come in and behave. That's all you got to do. Just come in. Just behave. And D-Ray, if you at work and you in here, just let me know, man. Just holler at me later. You and Aisha, especially Aisha, because I'm going to try to hit you back, Aisha. But I don't know if you in here or not. I think you come in here and because when I come in, I have a thumbs up. So it seems like you might be coming in here. So that you guys already know who that is. That's my niece, but we have a problem right now. Yeah. So what should we talk about first? Should we talk about Holyfield first? Let's talk about Holyfield first, and we'll cover. I know a lot of people covered the fights and stuff. We're gonna cover them a little bit different. You know, what I mean, we're gonna cover just a little bit different. But I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with Holyfield probably, and then get off of it, and then go back to Holyfield a little bit. First of all, I didn't like Holyfield. Didn't come. It didn't look like he came in like serious enough. Like he didn't come in. You know, he didn't come in sweated up. He should, because 8 rounds. He can go 8 rounds. He can go 8 rounds easy. I didn't like the ref. I didn't like the ref. I hated the ref Friday, and we'll get on that too. Friday, I really didn't like I wanted to slap the ref Friday. Did you guys see the point deduction? Huh? From the Conceição fight? Did you guys see the point deduction? That was horrendous. That was horrible. And that's why we got the World Boxing Council under a microscope right now. To me, I don't know. In my opinion, which I'm free to have this speech, is that the World Boxing Council is trash. It is now trash. It used to be prestigious, but now it is trash. And we'll talk about it. You guys can throw some stuff up there. Yeah, we'll talk about how trashy they are. But the Conceição, I don't know how I was pronouncing his name at first, but everybody's saying Conceição. So okay, so Conceição. It sounds like they have a rum down there. So it's what's it called? I don't even know. Maybe a lot of these know. They have a rum. It's the original rum. They got when it came to this area. The original rum. I happen to know this stuff because you guys know I'm a so-called expert in alcohol. But a lot of people think that rum started in the Caribbean. Sorry, it did not. It started in Asia. Sugarcane. Remember sugarcane. Sugarcane did not start here. But anyway, they have one in Belize and that area down there. They call it something else. It is rum, but it's instead of made with the molasses, is made with the juice. Juice, baby. And it just has a different name. It tastes different, has a different name. I just cannot pronounce it off top. I have some here. I can go grab some and then I can read it. Okay, that's what it's called. Yeah, but that Friday was horrible. Friday, I'm talking about horrible. What you mean you just hit the light? You just hit my light, Lala D? Sir Flame got them things up. He said we welcome all if they come in correct. Some people need that to be corrected. Yeah. Hey, this is Eagles Wear Boxing. Eagles Wear Boxing. Where you get the real, not some deal. Slash. Sir Flame said this is a correctional facility at times. Sorry about that. Hey, but it's not jail, but it's a correctional facility at times. They part-time correctors in here. Not directors, but they part-time correctors. So come in here, right? Get in here and be correct, or get corrected. I don't know. Did you guys notice that if the fight, Derek Bailey, if it needed to be stopped? I didn't see it. Matter of fact, I think Holyfield's feet got messed up in the ring when he went down. To be honest, they didn't. I couldn't get a good angle. I'm trying to find a good angle, but just the way he went down, it looked like his feet got tripped up or something. But when the ref stopped it, he was just doing the Holyfield. I thought he was just doing Holyfield. Like he'll let you get, because Holyfield loved that. Because you just getting off. And I think Belfort might have been in some trouble because he was getting off. And like Holyfield usually does that. He shell up and let you do what you're doing. And then once you shoot everything out, then he just goes off. And Holyfield might end up getting a knockout that round. I don't know. Maybe I'm wholly delusional. And y'all can let me know if I am or not. But I feel like Holyfield does that. He shell up. Okay, you doing it. Okay, do you. He let you do you for a second. Okay, do you. And he come back and goes crazy. He didn't look. I didn't see in his eyes that he was concussed. His eyes wasn't rolling in the back of his head. His pupils looked fine. He was responding the way he usually responds. Oh, Derek Bay said I didn't watch the Valdez fight. It was garbage. Conceição whooped that ass, Derek Bailey. I don't know who else in here will agree with Eagle, but I think Conceição, he whooped Valdez's ass. I don't know. I gave him 6 rounds straight. Some people said 5 rounds, and then he lost a bogus point for no reason because he was doing like this on the back of the head. Conceição did this. It was like a touch. He hit him in like in lower back, like touched him in lower back, all the way up to the top of his head because they was like locked up, and he was just touching him. And the ref said, no, just, he said, time out. No, that's the point. No warning, no nothing. But then Valdez actually did hit, threw a rabbit punch a couple of times, hard rabbit punches, and didn't get no points or nothing taken away. Uh-oh, here we go, D. Chillabady. Okay, we got Salute to Eagles Web. We got a Bond, I hope I say it right, Bond Key. The Bond Key in here. Oh, no, that's not okay, so that Bond Key. But I don't really know if that's gonna matter with Bud. I don't think it was even Bud's decision in the first place. When you talk about Bud Crawford, I don't think it was his. And I stick with this. I don't really feel like it was his decision. I felt like it was his family, because they respect older people. Oh, yeah, Bob been in the game for a long time. Might have even been his mom. I ain't trying to throw his mom out there, but it might have been somebody like that. Somebody elderly and older in his family that wanted to stick with Bob. Not knowing the dirt behind Bob. Bob is dirt. WBC is dirt. All of them. We're not going to get on all the organizations today. But that World Boxing Council, man, is trash, man. But the Holyfield fight, we're still talking about Holyfield. I didn't see anything that was damaging enough, even at 58 years old. I didn't see nothing damaging enough to take out Holyfield. I mean, Derek Brady could have went in there with no training and not been out like that from that little bit of shit that he was throwing. He wasn't throwing nothing. I don't care how much power he got. He wasn't throwing nothing. I think Holyfield was just like doing this usual shit, like, okay, go and get off, do what you got to do, and he's gonna just wait. And that's Holyfield. Holyfield does it. He shells up and then he comes out. Holyfield said that Victor was strong, and he didn't hurt him, but physically, he couldn't do anything. Okay, Holyfield. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was strong. That's what I'm thinking. He's strong. He looked like he might have been strong. But that's what I'm saying. Strength don't always do something. Strength, you can feel like somebody can hit, like some people can just club you, and you feel like, God damn, he's strong. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. It's physically, it's strong. I mean, you don't want to wrestle up with somebody like that. But far as like them hitting you, you can get them tired out, and then you can get them. You can take that like, okay, I could take that. Strength is different. Strength is when somebody's real strong. That's the type of person you don't want to lock up with. You know what I mean? When they're strong, you don't want to lock up with them. When they have power, then you don't want to get hit. There's a difference between power and just like all this brute like strength. Like somebody clubbing you, and you can feel like, ah, man, hit my shoulder, and it's like knocking stuff out of whack. You can weather the storm, and you can make it through there. But if they just got like a lot of power, like Wilder is he might not be as strong, like holding you. Ali was actually strong. Strong and fast, that's different. That's like a rare combination to be strong and, to be strong and fast, that's an odd combination. You strong and then real fast like that, that's different. A lot of people didn't know Ali was as strong as he was. But then he could have power too because of the speed. I hope you guys understand what I mean though. But somebody powerful like Wilder, he might be strong too though. He just doesn't show his strength. Like he has good feet, but he just seems like he's like Bambi legs sometimes, like light on the feet, but the power's there. Maybe it might even be shoes, man. He might need some better shoes. So don't try to be fancy and shit. Get you some good shoes that grip that canvas real good, man. Make you a surface, man. Get some suede bottoms and shit that you don't wear. You only wear those during the fight. Get some good suede bottoms. Don't get leather slick ones or rubber. Get some nice suede bottoms where you can't slide. And just get something that's gonna make your feet just plant. So somebody gotta just pick you up. They can't just drag you. They can't push you. You feel what I mean? It's like pushing somebody against a ice floor or something like that. And you have they trying to push you, and you got on steel spikes, you ain't going nowhere because you're planted right inside there. There's a lot of things that far as the ingredients for fighting, there's a lot of things that we don't cover. We try to stay on top of everything. In Grown Folks Boxing Chat, we try to stay like way above everybody. We try to stay at the front runner. We want to be in front of everybody else. We don't care what you're doing. We're going to stay in front. We like a year in front of everybody. We talked about this WBC and all this other shit before, all the corruption. We always talk about that. The worst thing for me is that they allow cheaters. Is that they're congratulating and they are, giving trophies to cheaters. No, that's my opinion. You don't like it? Then you just don't like it. That's all it is to it. I'm not going to sit there, we can go back and forth if you want to. Just come in and just go back and forth with the ego if you want to. But I just didn't see anything in the Holyfield fight that deemed necessary the stoppage of that fight. Holyfield looked good. At 58 years old, are you kidding me? He looked the part, but a lot of people are writing him off, but I just didn't see. I don't blame him. He said, he wanted to just run it back. Don't call somebody else out. Run it back the right way. Put a good ref in there. You should have had, what's that retired ref that always did this firm but fair? What's his name? You guys know what I'm talking about. Because I got too much on my mind. I can't think of who he is. I'm firm, but I'm fair. Who's that? Puerto Rican? Come on, y'all know the name. Y'all know I know who he is. Okay, but anyway, let's see what y'all got. Derek Bailey said, I don't know what happened with his feet. He's 58, so he may have said if he looked like he's in trouble, stop it. I don't know. That's probably in one of the buy rules or something like that, Derek Bailey. That's what I suspected when they stopped. I said, they probably some kind of clause in there. If you look like you're in trouble, you're gonna be, we're gonna have to get, we're gonna have to stop it. Derek Bailey again. He said there was a lot of people said that Valdez, he got his ass whooped. Man, just go back and it's probably online somewhere. Derek Bailey, just go check it out. You'll find it. Look on YouTube, man. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Lala D is okay. Derek Bailey said salute to Bon Kiki, and then Lala D said Kiki yes. She said Aram said so himself, but he also implied that Bud may still have to work for him. Yeah, because of the COVID and shit. So what happens is with a contract like that, sometimes a contract. See, this is where people are making their mistakes. That's why I'm not jumping on it. Because what a contract does, a lot of times a contract is based on time, but it's also based on work too. You know what I mean? Like if you have a contract to build so many homes or something like that, and say something happened and you didn't build all the homes, but you're on a time limit, so your time is up. You're getting paid, but you didn't fulfill everything because you didn't build all the homes. You're still gonna have to build those homes. You out of contract, but at the same time you still in contract, if that makes sense. Because the part of the obligation was to do the homes. You just blew your time, the time portion of it. It doesn't mean you're not gonna get paid or something, because you can always fine print. So the fine print is probably gonna say it's gonna mention, natural disasters or something like that you still have to fulfill your obligation. As far as the contract, you still have to fulfill all parts of of the contract, your obligations for the contract. So that's how that works there. So, and it may be something like that. If you see him still working for him and you get all confused, don't get confused. Just be grown about this. Understand, because I know you're gonna be all confused. Oh, well, I thought Bud was away from him. No, he has to finish everything. So he still might have a couple of fights. Who knows? Sir Flame, salute my brother. That's from Bon Kiki. Bon Kiki up in here. But anyway, y'all welcome Bon Kiki, man. At least we got somebody else in here. He's been nice so far. Bon Kiki, I don't know, female, male, but salute to you again for coming in and being proper at least. You came in and sleuzed the host out. I mean, we appreciate that. That gives you a green flag as soon as you come in. Some people come in with a red flag and see, I got my mods is they itchy fingers. You know, you come in, you got a red flag. As soon as you step in, you in trouble. Yeah. Oh, okay. Derek Bailey said, did he sign with that dude that Tyson Fury's with? A lot of these say true to Derek. Yep. WBC is all corrupt. Yeah, he's definitely corrupt. But I'm not. The reason I'm jumping on them is because, and we haven't really even got to them yet. I just didn't like that. Okay, Derek Bailey said he didn't get to see the fight Friday. Okay, so he didn't see the fight. So a lot of people, maybe you guys didn't see the fight. I'm urging you. We're gonna talk about it a little bit, but I'm urging you guys to go back and try to find the fight and then look at it. You're gonna be like, what the hell? Okay, now sometimes we look at punch count and punch stat, right? And we say, oh no, that wasn't. It was only 20 punch difference. Okay, it's 1 punch difference, 12 punch. Now I can see it like this. If you somebody outlands you by 5 punches, you probably can still get a win. Even 10 punches. But when you start talking about like high double figures and triple figures, somebody's outlanding you. Even if you threw a couple, because you saying you were throwing power shots. Look, if you threw a power shot, there's no standing 8 count. Ain't nobody took a knee. Nobody went outside the ring. Then your power shot must not be there because you getting hit with some too. And I'm going to estimate, because I don't even really know what it is, I'm going to estimate that Conceição probably hit Valdez with over 100 more shots. And he busted his face up. You see his face was all split and cut. That was all from no head butts or nothing like that. That was all from punches. He might got a little bit of swelling. He got his jaw checked by a shoulder once, but he needed that. Because he was he was just trying to throw wild punches. And the key to beating their fighter, their whole camp, to beat anybody in their camp, is to have a steady back foot and a good 1-2 to keep them from charging forward. A good 1-2. Same thing with like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, if you had you had to have like 3 weapons against Mike Tyson besides having the chin. You had to have three good weapons. A real good jab, with an accurate. So I'm gonna use it as one. An accurate jab, a good defensive good defensive back foot, not just a back foot, but a good defensive back foot, because he was always like moving and shit. So when he moving, you always getting yourself in position to keep that jab on him. And the next one is like a good uppercut, because he's always ducking down. So you had to have something to. So nobody ever got like low with Mike Tyson when he came in and fired off an uppercut. Holyfield did that, got in his chest and stuff, was hitting him with everything. Like, you ain't really scaring nobody. You ain't really. He couldn't catch Holyfield clean because that forehead. Holyfield got that forehead. That's why I don't understand, man. Because Holyfield, he take. You could throw 100 punches at him. He can wait till you get tired and he gonna come back. It's his turn. Yeah, Eddie Reynosa's camp all cheating. Yeah, but they're easy to beat though. Nobody can see how to beat them though. They all rely on hooks. They all rely on this bullshit hook that they got. Derek Bailey said Bud not going to PBC. I thought, well, that was the whole scenario. That was the whole story, Derek Bailey, that I heard, is that he was going to PBC. All this time, everybody said, oh yeah, Bud gonna go over to PBC. I don't know what it is with Bud, man. Does he think he's just that damn good? He ain't fighting nobody, man. Go on and fight Charlo, man, or go on and fight. You and Danny get it on, man. Yeah, the welterweight division need to fight, man. I'm gonna go out on the limb right now, and I'm gonna tell you right now that even y'all might think that because Canelo done gained all this weight and stuff, he cheat. If he wasn't a cheater, I'll tell you what, I put Ennis on him. I know Ennis could beat him. You let Ennis get all steroided up, he'll beat Canelo. If he gets to eat the same sandwiches that Canelo ate, if he eats the same sandwiches and drink the same tea that camp eats and drinks, he can beat him easy. I ain't got no problem with that. Derek Bailey say we be corrupted at Bon Kiki. Yep. That's it. That's all Derek Bailey crying. Yep. Bon Kiki right back at Derek Bailey. He crying. Yeah, he said for real. Okay, Derek Bailey said Belfort on that juice. Yeah. That's another. Another key, since we're talking about Holyfield, is that I didn't know what the clauses were or what the procedures were, but I kind of suspect, to be honest. I'm not going to just act like he wasn't, but I kind of suspect that he was, because he was never like really. Some people can't hold weight, and some people just can't bring their weight up. Holyfield got there, and a lot of people thought he was on the juice, but Holyfield, he come from that southern background. Of course, he all you got to do is eat them greens and stuff, and you know, eat that southern food and put that weight on. But some people just can't put weight on like that. And he Belfort, he's not one of those that was ever able to hold weight without that, without something going wrong. That's why a lot of people didn't like him. When I say going wrong, you know what I'm talking about. And it's not juicy juice. I said that last time, but y'all know what the hell it is. That's why I do grown folks boxing chat, because we know juicy juice is just, that's just a fair way of me saying that you cheating your ass off, Mr. Juicy Juice. Oh, how's the juicy juice? Wink, wink. Yeah. Okay, Bon Kiki, you said Vander should not have fought. How they let this man fight, I don't understand. But what you don't, this is what you don't understand, is there's nothing wrong with Holyfield fighting. He's been wanting to fight. And if a man want to do something, let that warrior go out there and go out on his shield. That's what he wanted. He didn't want to go out the way that they stopped the fight. That's not the way he wanted to go out. Yeah. And on another note, I'm going to say this about Anderson Silva is a boxer. I'm going to let y'all know that now. He might not be the greatest. He is actually a boxer, man. He's actually smart. He picked it up like he's good at a discipline. Like he knows a whole lot of different disciplines in martial arts. And boxing is just another martial arts, and he's picked it up. He knows that, not be getting blasted and, not be getting tagged and stuff like that. He understands the rules. I like that. I like the way he followed up. Still doing that MMA shit, which I think they should even ban that from MMA, hitting people in the back of the head. Don't hit people in the back of the head, man. Because one of them punches, I think it was the third shot that landed in the back of the head, because one was on the jaw, one was on the temple, and then I'm quite sure I seen one behind the head when they were showing it in slow-mo. Sir Flame said, I agree. Holyfield definitely should not be fighting. He can barely talk. And he way too old to be taking more punishment. I'm saying if that's what he want, that's what he want. Holyfield still want that Mike Tyson smoke. I don't know if he want that smoke. You can't start off that slow against Mike Tyson. See, Roy Jones had them wheels. Roy Jones could move. I think he still should fight. Until I see him get put like completely to sleep, then I think he should fight, because it's not out of his system. As long as if he passed the physical, he can get in there. Just go get your fight on. And I think the stoppage was BS myself. I'm just telling you how I feel. And don't be starting to hate, oh, Eagle, you trying to get Holyfield killed. I'm not trying to get Holyfield killed. I'm not in that man's mind. I'm not the one that's saying, oh, Holyfield, go out there and get killed. That's not me. Look at my little invisible devil came in and put my thumbs down, huh? Oh, you got mad, huh? You got mad. Somebody got mad. Somebody mad already, D to the baby. They came in and gave my thumbs down. They got mad. Ooh, Eagle doing the show again? Let me go in there and give him a thumbs down. I know you guys are believing that, but that man, whatever he believes, then that's what he wants. I really believe Mike would beat Evander this time. And I don't like, and Mike Tyson, as far as my opinion about Mike, I think Mike smoked too much. Mike always high all the time. I don't see how that, he just relaxed. But I don't see how you can, some people can perform like that though. I feel worse for Mike in there than I would for Holyfield right now. Because Holyfield, he's a clean living person. And I have seen a 70-year-old man knock out a 20-something-year-old in a store. Just, jacking the wrong person going wrong. But that's up to Holyfield. I'm not going to force Holyfield to fight. If he wants to, I would like to see him repeat it just so I can see if my eyes was deceiving me, or if I was seeing what I was seeing, is that it was just a premature stoppage. I'm not saying he looked great. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying give the man the chance. You know what I mean? Let him get put out of his misery. Bon Kiki again. He says, I don't believe Valdez should have won that fight. See? Well, you in the right chat. A lot of people saying that. I'm saying it too. I'm saying he was way too far behind to come back and win. He was way too far behind to win. He might have won 3-4 rounds if that. They gifted him because the margin was wide. But if he wouldn't have got that extra point, it would have been a split decision draw. It wouldn't. That's a draw, right? Because you would have had two judges that said it was 114, and then you would have had the other idiot with the 118, 113 or something like that. That was an idiot putting it way up there. Didn't know who he was voting for. I think Mike would have taken it easy if he fought Tyson like that. Yeah, Mike would have probably took it a little bit easy. He'd have been like me and you, sir. Sir Flay would have took it easy on Eagle. Mills Lane. No, it's not Mills Lane. What Cortez, I think. See, now it came to my mind. I think it's Joe Cortez. Yeah. Oh yeah, but Mills Lane did say I'm firm, but they both said that. I'm firm but I'm fair. But Mills Lane used to always do the fist. Let's get it on. Come on, stop that. He used to get real serious, like he's always balled his fists up like, come on. And then Richard Steele, you can't win with a foul. You can't win with a foul. You remember some of the poignant moments in referee history. Like now we have Weeks. Weeks got those eyes, right? Weeks be like, it's like he's watching the show like we are. It's like he's right in the action with his head like this. He's like looking at you like, oh shit. He be doing his hands and shit like, shit, I don't know. He be getting edgy like, I don't know if I can let you take no more like that. You getting hit, son. Weeks be like, his eyes get big. He be doing his hands like, oh, you getting hit. I might have to stop it. I like him, man. He's funny. Yeah. I think that's Weeks, right? Weeks. No, it's not Weeks. Weeks is the one with the flat top. I forget his name, but that's fun. The one that does that, you guys know who I'm talking about. The one with the eyes always look like he ready to step in. Like, oh shit, I gotta go. I might have to save you, man. You look like you might be getting pieced up. Yep. How you beat a fighter who cheats and is protected by the WBC? I don't know. But what made it? I'm gonna tell you, Bon Kiki. What made that kind of, that what made the fish stink on that so much is at that point. That point made it stink even worse. For him losing the point. For Conceição losing a point, that made it stink even worse. Because he didn't do nothing. I'm telling y'all, man, go back and look at the fight. Literally, when they was all held, when they was clinching, he did like this. Like at the middle of the back, he did like this. Like not this, he did touches all the way up to the top of Valdez's head. That was all he did, with like some touches, like they was close. He just did like that. He wasn't going like this, no hammer fist, none of that shit. He just did like that. And he got hit with 2 clean rabbit punches and no point deduction. That was bullshit. But the good point though, how do you beat a fighter when they protect? The WBC is protecting their fighters so they can keep. See, what they want to do is they want to collect, and we talked about this before. So what happens with the WBC, what it appears to be, is because of all these belts, when you have so many belts and so many champions, guess what? You want to keep those champions because guess what? You got these fees coming. Because they don't trust nobody. Because people will let belts go. Have you noticed that? Fighters will let belts go like, nah, I'm good. I'm the champ, but I'll let it go. I don't care. I just want to get the belt. They ain't going to pay no fees. They going to let that belt go. F that belt. But these, they know they getting protected and everything else. It's like a insurance. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's like the WBC is using this as like an insurance policy. The belts, that's like an insurance policy. Oh, don't worry. And yes, you get knocked out, you're going to win. That's the only way you can lose. And you might win on that. Oh, that's a foul. He hit him at the bell or hit him behind the head on the knockdown. Oh, here we go. Derek Beatty puts up the point. He said, what happened to the Valdez that destroyed Belchet? I had picked Belchet to beat Valdez. But guess what? A lot of people were saying that. They said he looked completely flat, completely different. That's that, for me, it has something to do with guilt also. That's that guilt. He was guilty, like, oh shit, I was cheating. But you guilty, get your ass out there and fight. Looping shots. He didn't look like a fighter, man. To be honest, this fight, if you want to put it, if you want to make it cinematic, this boxing match reminded me of Rocky 1. It kind of reminded me of Rocky 1. And don't mean to get on these commentators. We talking about Holly. Okay, I guess we can wrap up on Holyfield. But Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley was flip-flopping all over the place, man. They was like fish on the damn in the skillet. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? They were scaring me. That's the first time I got scared by those two. They scared the hell out of me, man. I didn't know what they was talking about. One minute they seemed like the commentary was correct, and the next minute it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Because at one point, Conceição was throwing punches. He threw like about 12 punches, and then Timothy Bradley said, oh yeah, Conceição, he's going to have to throw punches to show that he wants to be in this fight. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He landed like about 12 punches. He was the only one throwing punches when that came out your mouth. So that whole shit, that even seemed a little biased. I don't know, man. This shit just getting weird, man. It's getting weird. Yeah. Yeah. But Derek Bay said true to Bon Kiki. And then Lala D said no. She said, but Asante, she said, Bud is done with Aram time-wise, and he only owes one fight. Okay, so one fight. That's what I was saying, baby. Don't get mad at me. She said no. Are you sure it's only one? I don't have the contract, sweetheart. I'm not so, we could say, but I'm not 100% on it. We know it's one fight for sure. I mean, most people know or speculate that there's at least still one fight, regardless. But you got to realize that that time frame for the fight is going to go past the contract. And just hope that Aram don't have some other bullshit that he might try to pull too, though. So you got to always realize that Aram will pull some bullshit. You know what I mean? Oh shit! I know I'm way behind. Let me catch up with y'all. So I just called up Kalala D way up here. Bon Keek said I don't agree with Canelo being pound for pound number one. No, there's no cheaters that can be pound for pound. He's on the pound for pound cheating list. Lala D said, but Aram said that because Aram works with Bud's new advisor. Okay. At least we have a date for Porter Crawford. Yeah, we need to have that date, baby. Porter versus Crawford, a great fight. Hopefully it will be. Hopefully Sean Porter still has it. I want to see a mauling brawl. I want to see, this is what I want to see in that fight. I want to see Bud getting off a little bit, but I want to see Porter catch his ass. Porter don't have that much power, but I want to see him catch him and just see what he does. I want to see him catch Bud's chin to see if he has any brittleness, because we ain't never seen that. Because he can't afford to have brittleness if he fight Earl. You can't have brittleness in your chin fighting Earl Spence, because he gonna bust your body up and then crack your chin too. You can't have no chin issues. I was boycotting the fight. It's on ESPN though. If you have ESPN Plus, yeah. Bon Kiki again. He said the current Sean Porter would beat current Kell Brook, in my opinion. He should have went back and got it. Oh, yeah, okay. So Derek Bay said, yeah. He said, forget Valdez, Eagle. He said, did you see Nakatani? Yeah, Nakatani just went out and did what he had to do. He's just powerful, man. Nakatani just got a lot of power. He just holds his power well, man. He can take some. He can take some power. We called those. That's what we wanted. I wanted Conceição. So we did get two. So if we look at it like this, so we did get two. We got two victories. Okay, so Valdez wins on paper. Conceição did beat him like he said he was gonna do. So Conceição, in my opinion, Conceição won the damn fight. So they both won. 1-1 because of the cheating shit, and 1-1 because he just whooped his ass. Yep. Bon Kiki says Porter's style versus Crawford is interesting. It is, but I want to see somebody. I want to see Bud get cracked. I'm not going against Bud. I'm not going against Porter. I just want to see him get his chin cracked because he need to. Because we need to see what he can get at 147. Sir Flame said I'm taking Porter over Bud. Damn, look at Sir with the hate. No, you ain't going with Bud like everybody else. Bon Kiki said, damn, he said the fight is a tough one. He said, but I'm going with Crawford on this one. Yep. Lala D with the be right back. She going to hit me with the screen. The be right back screen. I think Ennis is big for welterweight. I think he would do good at 154. I think he would beat the brakes off Canelo. I know he would beat the brakes off Canelo. If he gets to eat the same, think about it, Bon Kiki. If he gets to eat the same sandwiches, I'm not putting that on him. You know what I'm saying? This is hypothetical, and the reason it has to be hypothetical because they're not going to let him get away with eating the same kind of sandwiches and drinking the same tea as that whole scamp. That's a good name for him, huh? Scandalous Camp? The Scamp? Yeah, so that's a new word in Eagles where we're going to start using scamp if somebody is in a... if it's suspect. Anything suspect about somebody's camp, we just call it a scamp. Oh yeah, he in the training scamp. Yeah. It's not a word flaw or nothing like that. We just use certain words in Eagles where when I think of them, we just do it. So he a scamp. Sir Flame said welterweight division uses it used to be popping up now. He said not so much too many exhibition fighters. That's what it is. Yeah, well, it got turned into a bunch of exhibition fighters. Matter of fact, at 154 has a lot of exhibition fighters in there now too. Yep. We got a lot in both divisions. That's because we end up finding out that people like The Rock and them, that they have, brittle chin disease and shit. And we got one, the champ, Rosario, got brittle body disease. So that makes that whole leap for all the 147 fighters that said they wanted to go 154. They should just go ahead and make that leap. There's some money up there for them. I'm telling you. Yep. Derek Begg said, yeah, he dropped Ortiz. Yep. But take your ass on up there. Yeah. Bon Kiki got a paragraph down here. Says Silva belongs in boxing. He has great IQ in the sport. I know in that first sentence you wrote, I agree with that 100%. It's because he's disciplined in disciplines. And that's why he's fighting. People don't understand that when you're a fighter, when you're a sports player, he's an athlete. When you're an athlete like that, you just transition into something else that you think you can, that you have the fundamentals and you can do good. And that's what a lot of fighters did. Unlike Herschel Walker went into MMA from football. But he's a great athlete too. I mean, I could see something like LeBron James doing some shit like that. You imagine LeBron James in MMA or something with his height and strength? God dang, somebody be in some trouble. And he'd be what? Would he be at heavyweight or light heavyweight? If he's at light heavyweight, they'd be in some trouble, man. If he really learned how, because you never know. I don't know his background. Maybe he's trained in MMA. Maybe he does that shit in his spare time or something like that. Or even football. He could do a lot of different sports. Because people don't understand, he even started off as a football player. But let me finish reading. Let me read the rest of your sentences. He said should have never wasted his time in MMA. He get paid scrub money there. Real money is in boxing. And I can agree with that to a point. I would say that they needed him in MMA, but I think he could have got out of MMA a lot faster, maybe 10, 15 fights, and then switched over. He would have did good, like light heavyweight or something. Oh man, because he's real slick. He's real smooth. He don't just sit there and get beat up. Oh, okay. There should be more Brazilians in boxing. He said, real talk. Yeah, Brazilians, they fight, but they into that whole, once that jiu-jitsu and that Gracie shit took over down there, that just, that kind of locked them in on because that created a new. A lot of times, when you have what happens is you end up with a tradition, and then your traditions they turn into a culture or they add to a culture, and that's what happened. And so the traditions added to a culture, and then once it added to the culture, that was it. So that's part of their culture. Oh, that's all. Then they start believing. You start believing, oh, that's our culture. You know, a lot of this shit was never our culture. I'm native, so none of this shit was our culture. I mean, and we invented some of the sports that they play now. I mean, we even have our form. We had our form of soccer. We had like the even we had the polo. We had the polo, and what's the other one we had? Not rugby, but there's another one. The field hockey, yeah, of course, field hockey, regular hockey, field hockey, and a couple other sports that we had too, though. But yeah, Derek Bailey said Mike still has some good speed. Holyfield looked tired punching the mitts at the media workout. Yeah, he just looked like, for me, Holyfield looked like something was going through his mind. Like he just wasn't. At first, he was looking crazy, like, yeah, I want to kill somebody. Then he had that look like, just like, am I really going to do this? Like, I didn't see the motivation or something. The motivation should have been there. I don't know. I got to see him again. Maybe I'm savage. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to get nobody hurt. I'm not trying to be savage, so don't y'all start hating on Ego. I already got my one hater. Let me go check again. I might have had 2 haters came in by now. At least 1 hater came in, though. Oh, hey, Eagle. I'm a hater. That's what I do. I hate. But what y'all don't understand, when you come in and hate, and that's good for me, too. You showing me attention when you come in and hate. Yeah, you're just showing me attention. I won't come in and hate. Well, you don't even know what you hate now. Because if you're hating on me, that means you're hating on Bon Kiki, Derek Bailey, Sir Flame, and whoever else came, and Lala D. And whoever else came through. All the other people just on out. You hating on us, not me, because I'm reading off. I'm agreeing or disagreeing with what they're writing. So that means you don't just hate the chat. You hate them. Because Monday, this is Monday, and usually I do my show Monday and Wednesday. That's when I usually do all the talking, and you're fortunate to get some words in. But Friday is the show I do. If you want to come in and hate, come hate on Friday. Because Friday, then I know you really a troll. Because Friday is when my people come in and they want to rap about certain stuff. Sometimes I'll have something that we'll talk about, like what happened during the week, and we'll talk about what we're going into for the weekend on Friday. Or my people that come in, they just want to talk about stuff. That's what we talk about. That's why we call it Friday Rap. So Friday Rap, if you want to hate or something, just come in on Friday Rap and come in and just say whatever you got to say. Say, oh, I think this, I think that. Just come in and hate then. Not necessarily hate, but just have something constructive to talk about. Just make a point. Don't just come. I mean, I know I'm not trying to change you as a hater. I'm trying to just let you have something constructive to talk about too, because I know you have to have your job as a hater. I'm not trying to take your job away. I know, I got to hate. I know that. We all know that you got to hate. But come in and, and chat every once in a while. Don't just come in. Just don't come in just to be a hater, but come in and chat every once in a while. That's sad that I got to hate. That's my job. Bon Kiki says that Mike is still a savage. He is. He still got that. I mean, he's regaining his fire. His kids is older and stuff. So he's like, well, what the hell? I can go in there and break noses again. Yeah, Andre Ward never cheated, and people still hate this man. I don't hate, for me personally, I don't hate Andre Ward, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Andre Ward, he should be ranked higher and everything else. But Andre Ward, as a commentator and somebody who speaks on boxing, he's too all over the place. Him and Tim Bradley, they're all over the place. Because they didn't watch the same fight that everybody else. They're not good at, like judging a fight. They're trying to judge fights and commentate. That's hard. You can't commentate a lot of times and judge fights. And that's why I'm going to give a shout out to Trey X. Because Trey X, he commentates. He will give his score, but he commentates and he will give his score. But he always asks, what did y'all think? That's what he asks. What y'all think about that round? That's what he asks. What do you think? Because we might see it differently than what he's seen. And then sometimes he'll be like, okay, everybody has the same person that he has, but sometimes everybody might have somebody different. He's like, okay, I might not have seen it like y'all saw it, like that. So that's okay if you do it like that, but don't. They need to stay away from trying to score, because they're going to be thinking one way or another. You know what I mean? They might be biased. Then stop it. Yep. Yeah. But that's probably one of the best points right there about Silver, because I never really thought about that. And that's grown folks chat. That's grown folk. That's the way I like the chat to go when somebody, when we think outside, and so you fit into this chat just by that thinking, because if you come in and you say that Silver probably should have got out of MMA, like probably should just came straight into boxing. That's a good point, but it kind of coincides with me just thinking about it now. So yeah, he probably should have got in boxing earlier. He probably would have, with his height, his length and his craftiness. He's just real slick. I could see him as being a pinpoint type of boxer. You know what I mean? That he's just so accurate. Like Mayweather was good at landing, because he didn't throw as many punches. I think Silver probably would have threw more punches. I think he would have hit people to the chin a lot more. I don't know about his body work though. He might lose because I don't know. He had to throw. But then again, if he was in the boxing, he would have been throwing more body shots. Because some people you can't check the chin as well. But Derek Beatty's down here. Let me see. Derek Beatty says Mike still has some speed. Holyfield looked tired, punching the mitts at the media workout. Yeah, we covered that. Mike still is a savage. Covered that. Andre Ward never cheated. And people still hate him. Bon Kiki again. And people say Canelo beats Andre Ward. Canelo chooses his fights. Andre Ward fought everybody put in front of him. And Triple G avoided Ward. Yeah. Even to this day, you could tell that Canelo's scared. Even though because this is why I know Canelo is borderline a chicken. Or not a chicken itself. He's borderline chicken, so that should be my next thumbs down. I'm going to tell you why he's borderline a chicken. He's borderline a chicken because remember he said he was born ready. Okay, so if you born ready, then you fight anybody who wants to get that action. There's no avoidance. You don't go avoid him and avoid him. No. You don't avoid nobody. You get your ass out there. Tell them, Derek Beatty, you get your ass out there and fight. And Derek Beatty said it best. Get your ass out there and fight. If you born ready, get your ass out there. You should have a list. Matter of fact, you should have way more money, even though you think you're the money man. You should have way more. You probably had 3, 4, 5 times as much money if you would have got your ass out there and fought the fighters that we want you to fight. But there's hardly any fighters that's doing that, especially right now. There's all too many excuses. Tank Davis is the face of boxing right now. And maybe even Anderson Silva. Tank Davis is getting out there fighting. Y'all ain't nobody fighting. Tank Davis getting out there fighting. I want another fight. I want 2 or 3 fights this year. 3, 4 fights. 4 or 5. I want fights. The rest of y'all don't want fights. Y'all fighting once a year. And you're not even getting Davis money. That's a damn shame, man. Well, I just put that out there. But you're a half-baked chicken. And the reason you're a half-baked chicken, because you should have had all the fights that we talk about, all the repeats, all the fights you could have had again. You could have had a second Trout fight. You could have had a second Laura fight. You probably could, if you were smart enough, you would have had a second Mayweather fight. Mayweather would have beat you up twice. 2 Laura fights. God dang, too many fights that you could have fought. I'm not even worried about the Triple G fight. Not even that. But you could have had an Andre fight. You could have had a Charlo fight. Damn, you could have had at least 6 more paychecks. And you born ready. Get your ass out of here. Yeah, get your ass all the way here. Derek Beatty's out here telling something. He said, I don't understand all the hate Ward received. Okay, you at Bon Kiki. LeBron would be a heavyweight. Okay, LeBron be a heavyweight at 6'8"? Long, extra long arms. You ain't got to do shit with LeBron. All you got to do is train him and have a good 1-2. A 1-2 and a good body shot. He don't even have to learn uppercuts. I know he got power, man. Basketball players have a lot more strength than what you guys think, and professional athletes have a lot more strength than what y'all think. Believe me, basketball players have a lot of strength. I done wrestled around with basketball players and football players. Professional, them professional players ain't no joke, man. Cause you know that's my second sport is that basketball. I love some basketball. I get my ass out there with them. Be struggling with the ball. I have actually picked people up that was still holding the ball. I'm like, damn, that's strong. I wouldn't let nobody pick me up with the ball. I have picked people up with the basketball in my hand and flipped their ass over and they still holding on. I'm like, damn. Some people just scrappy and like, you know, that's usually you don't get, even in the NBA, you usually see somebody snatch the ball. Like, I'll hold on to it. You ain't picking me up. I'll hold on to the ball. It'll be a jump ball, but I'm not letting go. But I'm letting go if somebody lift my ass up off the ground about to flip me over. I picked somebody up with the ball one time and flipped their ass over and they were still holding on. I'm like, damn, he's serious about this. Serious about this basketball. Yep. But yeah. BJJ and yeah, okay. He said, Derek Bay said in soccer. That's right. Yeah. Bon Kiki said facts at Derek Bailey. He said Derek Bailey facts. Derek Bailey said Eagle would tell Holyfield, get your ass up and get your ass out there and fight. That's it. You go out on your shield, man. That your shield. See, I have my shield, right? You guys see my shield? I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me see. You probably can see it. I'm trying to see if I can see it. If I can see it, that means y'all can see it. But my shield is back. No, y'all barely missing my shield. But my shield is up there. So when they say go out on your shield, this is what it's supposed to mean. So you go out on your shield. So when you hold your shield that's your defense, right? So if you're going out on your shield, that means, hey, I'm down, but at least I'm still holding. I got my shield up still. I still got my shield up. I want to go up. I want to go out holding my shield. I don't want nobody like taking my shield from Derek Bailey. Hand your shield out. I got to stop it. So could you just hand me your shield? Like, man, damn, that's like. Think about it. You're a warrior. That's an insult. It's an insult when you're not hurt. It's an insult. I've watched the worst one I've seen. One of the worst ones I've seen. There's been some worse ones, but one I really wanted to see the conclusion to was the Razor Ruddock against Mike Tyson. The very number one, the first fight, is when they stopped it because Razor Ruddock had his mouth. I'm like, what? What are you doing? I'm cool. So I'm hitting this because he was hitting Mike Tyson too. Mike Tyson even said at the fight. He said that Razor Ruddock hit like an effing mule kick. And he knew he was going to have to see him again. I mean, he could beat Razor Ruddock. Razor Ruddock would have beat Mike Tyson. And I don't care. You get mad if you want to. If he didn't rely on just one punch. If he didn't rely on one punch, he could probably beat Mike Tyson. Because he had a good uppercut. That's why Mike Tyson didn't do the same things with him as he did with other fighters, because he had that, he would get back on that back foot and lay down, like get low and throw that uppercut. And he was trying to hit Mike Tyson with just too slow. A little bit more speed and more than one punch. I think he beats Mike Tyson. I'm not saying every time, but he beats Mike Tyson. Even prime Mike Tyson, I'm saying. He beats him. This because just rangy and just being able to have that uppercut. That's my opinion. Don't get mad. But you right up on top. Get your ass out there. Eagles. Derek Bay said, facts, Eagle. He said, put some respect on Ward's name for his boxing. That's right. Put some respect on that name. Canelo would never beat him. He'd talk shit because he know Ward ain't fighting, but he probably wouldn't even fight Ward. He'll come up with COVID or some shit. Oh, I got COVID. Oh, I didn't know D-Lo was up in here. D-Lo 404, salute to D-Lo 404. Yeah, I know. Let me see. He said salute. Derek Bay said salute at D-Lo 404. Yeah, we got somebody in here that's pretty respectful today at D-Lo. We got Bon Kiki. Bon Kiki is a visitor today at Eagles Way of Boxing. We appreciate him coming through, and he's making a lot of sense. He's with the narrative that he's following. You know, he's following the chat. He ain't on some bullshit like a lot of other fighters. He got his own opinion, like grown folks do, and he's right on time with it so far. So, but Derek Bay Canelo is not 5'9". Canelo's a midget. Earl Spence is taller than Canelo. Canelo is like 5'8". He's not even. I only think he's. Mayweather was taller than. If you looked at the fight, man, go back and look at it. Mayweather's taller than Canelo. Canelo's a midget. He's 5'8". They exaggerate everything about this man. Yeah, he's not even 5'8". I give him 5'6" or something at best, because I think Mayweather's 5'7". I give him 5'6" at best. He's just a midget, man. They letting the midget, beat him. Yeah, but D'Lo got the thumbs up with the 100. Yeah, he said. As a matter of fact, D'Lo, did you hit that? Did you smash that like on your way in? I know you see my hate. I had my hater up there. Yeah, but they always blow everything out of proportion. But the thing is that all that trickster shit, all that behind the curtain shit don't work on Eagles Way of Boxing. It don't work in Eagles Way of Boxing chat. Yeah, the people that come mess with me with this, these are grown folks here. Y'all not gonna fool nobody. There we go. We got the other thumb. So we did get another thumbs down. See, I invited it. And once you say something about Canelo, so I know you came to visit. So that's how we know how the trolls work. If he says anything bad about Canelo, I'm giving him a thumbs down. We don't even care. You don't show your face up in here. That's the thing that we're waiting on. We're waiting on one of these trolls to show their face. Come in here and get your ass smashed up. But you'll come in and give a thumbs down because you don't like nobody talking about your baby. Canelo's your baby, old Cinnabox. I don't care about Cinnabox. I'm saying the Cinnabox, his whole crew got to be corrupt. Because if his whole crew is not corrupt, then somebody would stand up in that camp and speak out. That means if nobody's speaking out, that means all of y'all corrupt. And if you had to fight cheering when you know your boy's getting pieced up, you corrupt. Your boy got beat up. So it was two things. It was two decisions. The real decision, and I don't care what you think, if we can debate about it or we can talk about it if you want to, how many rounds did you give Valdez? How many rounds did you give him? I gave Conceição like 6 in a row. He was beating him up. Then he started messing around a couple of rounds, but he wasn't getting hurt or nothing like that. If you look at the face, look at his face. Probably today his face is still swollen up. Conceição was putting some cracking on that face. He was cutting his face. He was throwing shoulders at his face. He was messing him up. He didn't stay consistent. He should have just beat him up worse. I would say if he would have beat him up like 10, 11, and 12 real bad, then they might not have been able to steal the decision. But then again, they had the ref too. The ref, what might have been in there, finding out what the official scores is. I don't know if he had an earpiece in. What's the official scores? Oh, he losing a little bit? Okay, let me take a point. I got y'all. Don't worry, I'm going to take a point. And even when he took a point, it should have been 9-9. Well, it still should have been, well, it couldn't have been even because they took a point. Well, then again, took a point. It should have been 9-9. That's true. Because he take from the 10, that's 9. And then he still pulled the round out. So it still should have been 9-9. I don't know. Yeah, but Mayweather's short, though. That's the whole thing. Mayweather ain't tall. But Bon Kiki said, yeah, true, Mayweather was just a bit taller than Canelo, but not much, though. But Mayweather's short. Mayweather's just above midget. He's just above midget. Mayweather's this little man that... I'm not trying to get off the top, but just think about it. Did you see Mayweather fighting in the WWE? They would have had to pay me more than they paid. What was the giant name he fought? He fought this giant. What was his damn name? I'm not into that shit no more. I used to be. Yeah, but he fought this giant in WWE. But they let Mayweather cheat with them brass knuckles. Mayweather put that punch on him hard though. Mayweather connected on that giant, man, and put them hands on him. But you can see how small Mayweather is just when he fought him, the Big Show. When he fought the Big Show, you can just see how small Mayweather little, man. These cats, you're talking about guys that I call them men because, I mean, they fight and all that, but I don't even I kind of play around when I go to stores. And D-Lo, big boy. So I go to stores, and I'm a man. And I can't find my size. I always ask them, I said, do you guys carry men's clothes too? They say, oh yeah, you're in the men's section. I said, I'm talking about men. I'll say, I don't see nothing in here but an extra large. I said, where's y'all's men's sizes at? And it'd be men in there too when I say that. I said, y'all got no men's sizes in here. I'm looking for man size stuff. I ain't looking for me, they don't even wear man size stuff. Canelo and all them, I cut my shirts in half, and they still too big for these guys. These guys are little, man. But we're in it for the sport, though. Little or not, and you taking steroids because that it just doesn't run in their family for them to hold that kind of weight. They can't gain without cheating. And you ask any professional weightlifter, power lifter, how long does it take to start putting on, and they know how to lift weights. How long does it take to put on 20 pounds of muscle, 30 pounds of muscles? Can you do that when you're doing hard cardio? No. You got to be cheating. Because boxers have to do hard cardio. Think about it. Boxers have to do hard cardio. And the only reason people missing weight because you came in as a fatty. It's different if you're doing hard cardio. You got to try to lose the weight that you got. That's different. But they can get down as they eating wrong or something. They doing something. They doing something. If they not losing weight, there's something's wrong. There's not a metabolism thing. You still going out drinking and shit like that. You doing something. You're not tricking people. Yeah. Derek put against Big Show. Yeah, that's against Big Show. That's how you see how little he is. A lot of these say back. She said, sorry, got to go back and forth. She said, shaking my head. Yeah. Bon Kiki said David Benavidez whoops Canelo. There's a reason he don't want to fight. A lot of people whoop Canelo. But see, the thing is, they have set a stage for you and me to make us feel like Canelo is more than what he is. And that's because they set that stage up. Oh, yeah, look at the stage. Oh, yeah, Canelo's this. Oh, yeah, Canelo's that. Oh, yeah. They make you forget all the action that's still here, that Canelo can still fight, but he's not going to fight. I'd like to see him in Ennis at 154. Because I want to see somebody who's quick and got different movements to fight him. I want to see somebody who can put hands on him and just ain't afraid to put hands on him. Ennis ain't afraid to put hands on him. Some of these fighters might go in there and be a little bit afraid to put hands on him now because they start going into the hype with us. Oh, yeah, Canelo's this. Oh, yeah, he is the greatest. He's the best right now. I get tired of hearing fighters even saying that. If you're an active fighter and you calling another fighter better than you, get your ass out of boxing. Why you in boxing? If you call another fighter a better fighter. Oh, yeah, he's number one right now. Yeah, he's the face of boxing. Get your ass out of boxing. I wish I would call somebody better than me if I'm a professional fighter. I'm in the top 5 or whatever. I'm a champ and I'm saying that this fighter is so much better. Man, F that. He got to show me. You can show the Fabulous Four that they wanted to fight. They had to fight each other. No, he ain't no better than me. I'll whoop his ass too. He's just a great fighter or whatever, good competitor. Mayweather was calling all the fighters competitors. He wasn't even calling y'all boxers. He called all y'all competitors. Nobody else using that language, competitor. Wish you would call me a competitor if we doing something. You can't call me a competitor now if we go out and do something. No matter what we doing. I don't care if we boxing. I don't care if we playing basketball. You can't call me no competitor or nothing like that. Oh, I got you. We're going to have to we might have to put a stack on it or something. We might have to put something on it just so we can see if you're a better athlete. Because I always looked at myself as being like a good athlete. I'm like, no, I ain't gonna let nobody just anybody. I said nope. And I'm gonna beat you in a way that you ain't gonna think, especially in basketball. I'm gonna beat you shooting threes. I'm gonna beat you. Even if you think you better. No, I ain't gonna have nobody saying that they better or nothing like that. Can we compliment each other? Any sportsman is gonna compliment another sportsman. That's a good round, man. You fought good, man. You good. I ain't gonna call you the best, cause I want you again. I'm not gonna ever just call you the best. You ain't the best. I want you again. They didn't call Ali the best. Everybody still wanted to fight Ali, even if they got beat up by Ali. They still, I think I can get him. He's too fast for you, too clever for you. You can't beat him. But I still feel like I can beat him. None of the fighters in Ali's area really called him the greatest. Oh, he's great. Nobody really called him that. George Foreman still don't like Ali. I'm just saying. Yo, you boxers are weak. Oh, Canelo, he's great. He's just, yeah, he's gonna stop Plant. He's gonna do this and do that. I'm rocking with Plant. Plant is USA. I'm going with Tennessee. I'm going with Tennessee on this. I don't care. I don't care if he get knocked smooth out. I'm still going with Tennessee. Only because I don't like anybody like Tyson Fury and all you other cheaters. All you cheaters, I don't like y'all. Nah, I don't care if you got caught up doing something that, if I look at your body and it don't look like it did nothing, or whatever, you just don't look good. Yeah, I don't care. You did some PEDs, but they didn't work. So, your chemist effed you up with some PEDs and it didn't work, then I don't care. But if it works, like evidently it worked on Canelo because he had a whole body transformation. A lot of these fighters are having body transformations. That you got these Mexican fighters that don't look like their foreparents look. They look completely different. Then I got a problem with that. What you doing looking completely different? That don't run in your family. You know that don't run in your family. No matter how hard you train, certain people don't look a certain way no matter how hard they train. Chavez didn't look nothing like these fighters, and we already covered this, but I'm just going over it again. Derek Bailey retracted something. Yeah. Derek Bailey said, yeah, he was lumped up after that. You gotta take your lumps, man. Yeah. Okay, he put the facts at Bon Kiki. A lot of these said that turns me off too, Asante. Yeah. I just don't like nobody being all like, oh yeah, he's greater. I just don't like that. You gotta be cocky. If you're gonna fight, yeah, if you're gonna fight, you're gonna be in there, then yeah, Charlie, that's weak. If you still active and you good, you great, you a champ, you don't be calling the other champ good. See, you guys are out of line from what the lineage of boxing is. The lineage of boxing, you see Ali up there, you see all these great fighters up there. They wasn't saying how great somebody was. I mean, when they fought you afterwards, like, let me see, who was it? It wasn't Billy Conn, but who was the fighter that fought Sugar Ray like about 5 times? What's this guy's name? Well, it might be multiple guys, but this guy would say, he said that, yeah, he actually, this is the one that got knocked out. You guys know his name. He got knocked out by the perfect punch. But he said that everything that Sugar Ray Robinson would hit you with was powerful. He said everything he hit you with was hard and hurt. That just goes to tell you something, right? That these fighters used to fight through pain and they still want to get you. Like, I know everything he hits me with is going to hurt, but I got to get through all this pain. That's the old school fighters, and that's what I was thinking when I was talking about Holyfield, is that Holyfield will be able to make it through this fight, and he's going to come back with something. But all you weak ass fighters, oh yeah, Canelo's just the best right now. Y'all suck. I'm gonna talk bad about you because I know there's certain fighters that don't believe that he has to show certain fighters. He would have to show Ennis. He would have to show Andre. He still has to show Lara. Lara don't believe it. There's a lot of fighters that still don't believe it. But then you got Charlo up there. Oh, you eat lions only. What kind of lion are you? If you think the Canelo's that good, that center box is that good, what kind of lion are you? Well, I saw your costume. That's why you're wearing costumes and all that. You know what I mean? You're a lion. You ain't no lion. Get your ass out of here. You lying about being a lion. look, see hell. Even Mayweather won't say Ali or Sugar Ray Robinson was the best. Yeah. Oh yeah, because but Mayweather's on something different. Mayweather's on straight up bullshit. I actually met Derek Chisora once. He's a lot smaller than I thought he would be. Yeah. Well, I wasn't when I said that, Bon Kiki. I wasn't talking about like the heavyweights. The heavyweights are big. I mean, you know, those are like men-sized guys. You know, for the most part, most heavyweights are like man. I would still call them man size. I was talking about the little guys, you know. But some guys, I mean, they're not Shaq. Shaq is like a Superman. He's like a man, but supersized. So somebody, if you ever met somebody like Shaq, that's different. Or when Wilt Chamberlain was alive, Wilt Chamberlain, they said he was 7'1", but Wilt Chamberlain wasn't no damn 7'1". I seen this. No, Wilt Chamberlain was over some damn 7'1". He probably wasn't standing up straight or letting them measure his ass. Wilt Chamberlain was huge. I seen a show with, cause it pops up on YouTube. I seen him, and he was in the ring with this actor. And if he's 7 feet tall, the actor's face came up to his waist. And the actor was Sammy Davis Jr. And he's over 5 feet tall. He got to be like 5'6", 5'7". And his face was at his waist. If your face is at somebody's waist, they're taller, and you're 4 feet tall, and your face is at their waist, they're 7 feet tall something. But if you're over 5 feet tall and your face is in their belly button, they have to be taller than that. There's no way that's only 2 feet. 2 feet taller. That's no way. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with USA on this. I mean, I have to. I'm a host, but I'm a host that has to roast, and I have to roast your ass the most. So it don't matter. So if I go with, I'm just not going with the cheating camp. I might have I could have been swayed because all the hype talk. The hype talk could get you swayed. Like, okay, yeah, I'm going with Canelo. Like a lot of fighters and stuff, everybody going, oh yeah, Canelo, he's the boy, yeah. You got a lot of people like swinging on them nuts. A lot of fighters from different weight categories. I'm like, wow, y'all, something wrong with y'all, man. Don't you? You can't be that great of a fighter if a jab can stop you. A good 1-2 in good movement is gonna stop Canelo. Just a good 1-2. All you need is a good 1-2. A good 1-2 and back foot, and let him come in and pow. That's all you gotta do. Canelo cannot take that when you got that. If you're good on the back, if you're good going backwards, and you got a good stick, Canelo hate that. I ain't gonna be able to load up because he want to load up. I ain't gonna be able to. You see what Khan was doing to him before Khan timed himself. I'm beating you, and Khan just with no chin got caught. A lot of people got mad. They thought that Canelo was winning that fight. Canelo was getting beat up. Khan was beating him up. Let me see. Law DC, I think I said this already, but I'm riding with Herring over Secure. Say, I know it's an uphill battle, but okay. But that's what you want. It was Gene Foreman. That's who it was, Derek, baby. It wasn't Graziano, no. It was Gene Foreman. You're right. That's who it was. That's who the Perfect Punch was named again. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I rely on you guys' brain with minds because I got to do too much thinking. So, and I don't have any paperwork with me today that we haven't done trivia, nothing like that. Derek's the champ, but we haven't done none of that stuff. But I try to keep it just like this. I want to keep it off the top, and that keeps the show. It keeps the show going a little bit faster. I don't write. Sometimes I'll write. Like if I get too mad, I'm gonna write because there's certain stuff I need to cover. If I get frustrated with something in boxing, yeah. But we try to go with who come out of this soil over here. We're trying to go with whoever. We're trying to go with Plant. Whether he got the skill set or not, he might. Who knows? He might just decide, hey, I gotta do this. Yeah, Canelo should fight better BF. Canelo know what he's doing. He know who to call and who not to call. Believe me, he knows who to call and not to call. But somebody gonna get that somebody gonna hit him in the body at the right time. Because that's what it takes to slow him completely down is you got to catch him in the body like the right way. You just got to catch him. You got to catch his ass in the diaphragm. You got to slow him down and then you can beat up on him. Because he got good stamina now. His stamina is a lot better. So It's a couple of tools you need. You need that good jab, and you need good counter shots. If you're only gonna have two things, good counter and a good jab. If that's all you can muster up, if that's all you can train for, get those two. If you can train for three or four, good back foot, like the good movement, good counter, good jab, a good 1-2, because he can never start his offense. That's what Conceição was using on Valdez's ass. He was using that damn 1-2 on it. That 1-2 was a bread and butter for him. He couldn't do shit when he was getting that 1-2 put on him. Boom, boom. I can't get my looping shit off. Yep. That's all he needed to do was 1-2. He was catching him with some hard rights too, though. I will give you this. The steroids and all that, or whatever you take, does not toughen up your face. So I do give him credit for being able to take them shots, because he was getting blasted. You don't believe me? Just go back and look at it. Yeah, okay. Bon Kiki said that Plant a better fighter than a Billy Bob. Yep. And then Derek Bay said, I'm going with Shakur. He from NJ. There you go. Yeah, he's from Jersey, man. From Jersey. He from Jersey. You got to go with him. So, yeah. But we're going to see Lala D. Lala D makes good picks. Lala, you never answered me, though. You never answered me, Queen. Who did you, the Conceição, what did you, who seen the Conceição? Who'd you guys have besides Bon Kiki? I think Bon Kiki said that he didn't see, that he thought, I think he said that Conceição won. Did anybody? And last thoughts on the Holyfield. Did you guys think it should have been stopped? Now, I know you guys don't want Holyfield fighting, but I want him to go, I want him to get, he got to get his, he got to get knocked out. Yeah. But I know I didn't talk about him, but at least I posted our World Boxing Council. Do we need them? I think the consensus is here, and we don't need none of these organizations. I think that in my estimation, it's seeming that your players, your major players, and the things that you are doing or allowing to be done is very shady at best. At best, you're shady. At worst, we don't know what you do at worst, but at best, you're shady. I don't like the organization no more. It's very shady, money-oriented, control-oriented, it seems like, and there's too much corruption. That's just way too much. A fighter gets popped and you're letting him, he still can participate. Whereas you had an athlete, that she had her best shot of winning the Olympics in the 100 and 200, Sha'Carri Richardson, that we talked about. And she gets banned for weed. And weed ain't gonna hurt nobody. You can't hurt nobody with weed. If somebody's smoking weed, how they gonna hurt you with the weed? Oh, he got stronger. He on weed. Weed don't make you strong. Shit. I tell you what, hey, do your best lift. Go to the gym, do your best lifting, and then go back. I'm not saying do this. Like, don't be an idiot and do it. Use a machine that's fixed so you don't kill yourself or hurt yourself. But do the most you can do on a fixed machine with some kind of weights, and then go back on weed and see how much you can do. Or alcohol, and see how much you can do. I told you Eagle did it once. I did it one time. I was drunk to see how much I can. I said, because I don't never believe stuff. When people tell me stuff, oh yeah, you drunk, you can't do this, you can't. I'm like, man, I said, drunk people can still do something, right? Are you really that weak? I still went into the gym, and I still bench press about 350. Loose bench, free weights. They call it free weights. I still did I think it was like about 350. I still did drunk. I'm like, okay, so I can still bench press 350 drunk. Some people can't do that sober. So, and that's not bragging, but I'm just saying, that's how my mind works. I'm like, nah, I don't believe, I got to do a test on myself. I don't believe that. I think people can still got some kind of strength. But drunk people can't fight. And I'll agree with that one. I'm not saying they can't be strong. But I know they can't fight. And sometimes they're not strong, though. Because I was wrestling my girlfriend's father once. And, I was arm wrestling him and, roughing him up and shit. And he's like, oh, you strong. I'm like, yeah, he's big, too. He's big. He's one of them type that if he puts hands on you, He could literally probably just crush you and make your head pop. But he had been drinking, so I was roughing him up. But that's just only because he was drinking. I know in my mind, I know that I said this sober, he's strong enough. He's one of those, he got that kind of like my grandpa's strength. He got that pick a horse up type of strength. Like pick a horse up and slam a horse, that type of strength. You can't train for that kind of strength. There's nothing you can do. If somebody's that strong, that's just how strong they are. It ain't shit you can do about it. What you do is you just don't get locked up by them. You just don't let them grab you. You don't let them grab you. That's all. Because they gonna play your ass like an accordion. Yeah. Plant better fighter than Billy. But okay, it was a quick stoppage. Yeah, it was just too quick. I'm gonna stick with. I was still. I'm gonna put it this way. I was against Shakur still because of the bullshit. You guys remember the bullshit he did when he was fighting back then. The fighting in public shit. I don't like that. Never fight in public in front of me if you're a professional, because I will turn on you. But I guess I can forgive him. He's a kid, so I guess I can forgive him. So I'll just go back and I'll go with Shakur, but who knows? George Foreman used to be named George Foreman, Forearms. He lost to Ali. Yeah. But when George Foreman, he went back to this like later in his career when he came back. He had that cross, but he leave his body open, but he had that was his offense, his defense. But but George could still jump out at you with a jab and knock your ass out the ring though. All fighters, like all of you, are not blessed to go from one. You can't transition from one age to the next. Because your body, you ain't built like that. George got bigger as he got older. He just started getting real big and heavy. So he was coming in at like 255, 265, and he just cover up. And shit, he did that shit to Michael Moore, was getting his ass whooped. And then Michael Moore did, I got him, son. And you opened up, and he got caught. You forgot that George don't lose his power. George didn't lose his power at the end of the fight. He can still hit you. That's like Wilder. They're not going to lose their power. I'm whooping your ass, Wilder. You start doing the sticking your chin out. Like, yeah. I got this championship, throwing your hands up, and then poof. Now you in that, you comatose. You got that comatose knockout. You all laying on your face. Ask Manny about the falling on your face knockout. I'm not going to show it. I got his boy in here. Sir Flame was up in here. Yeah, some people drinking can exercise. Seen it a lot in the military. Yeah, I think that's where I got it from, Derek Bailey. I was just trying it. I know, but this is why I couldn't play. I couldn't play ball though. There, I couldn't play ball. I wouldn't be competitive. I had a friend. That's all yeah. When we played in Europe, all he had to drink to go play. I'm like, damn, this dude, he had to drink. He drank and go play. He played wonderful after he drank. Yep. They say Foreman carried a bucket of milk in each arm, weighing 50 pounds each, and walked 4 miles with it every day. He developed strong forearms. Okay, that way. Yep. That's right. You got that right there. You say, wow, that's country strong. Yeah, country strong is different. Yeah. Eagle said, Derek said, right, Eagle, wake up in the hospital. Yeah, wake up in the hospital out there talking all that ish. And then, what happened? You got knocked the F out. Y'all celebrating all, premature. I got this, son. Yeah, it's about that East Coast. What? Huh? NYC. You in there snoring. Where you from don't mean shit. People don't recognize that shit. Don't mean that. I don't care if you grew up in the baddest neighborhood on earth. It don't mean shit all the time. It means something to you, but it don't mean something. If you go somewhere else, that ain't your neighborhood no more. That or whatever the environment, that's just not your environment no more. Waking up all in, yeah, Derek, yeah, waking up in the hospital talking shit. That's why we try to stay. We try to stay humble. We try to do stuff right. Um, we want boxing to become correct. I just did a show and I was talking about Holyfield. I was like, is this going to be a redemption for boxing? Because I thought like Holyfield would put us back on the map in a positive sense. That did not come to fruition. It just didn't happen. It still could have happened. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to let that belief go out the window and say it couldn't happen. I still feel that could have happened. And sorry, you guys can get mad at Eagle if you want to. I still think, I believe Holyfield. I believe that he still needs, maybe needs to re-up. Well, we need to do this again, because you got to put me out right. You didn't put me out righteously. You know what I mean? But this whole council thing, this whole world boxing, I don't like it. It seems like it's just corrupt. We're trying to build boxing. Even if we had people that was formerly in Disney, which I don't like any of the Disney characters. I think a giant rat representing anybody is very dangerous. It just doesn't put out a good message, but they make him look, cheerful and happy, and they call him a mouse, and they give him a nice name, the Mickey and all that, but all that stuff seems like on a whole nother level for me. A lot of the colors, the shapes, and all that stuff, I just look at stuff a little bit differently than what you might look at it. And because we got some Disney people that's in boxing now, and they're maybe bringing people into boxing, maybe the MMA guys that are new, maybe they'll start following boxing too. And I'm going to give the biggest up to Anderson Silva because I feel that maybe he will bring a little bit of an audience. I think he might have brought some people with him to boxing. And I think he's a good athlete. He looks like he transitions well into boxing, and maybe we can get him some good fights and get people to respect, respect him in boxing, and just look at it. It's pretty good. It's a good look. So Anderson Silva, good look. The Holyfield fight, not a good look. Referee for the Valdez fight, not a good look. The decision for Valdez, not a good decision. So I talked about the Belfort. So the Silva fight, that one went the way it was. Nakatani, good look. I'll talk more on that. I gotta examine that one a little bit more. We'll talk about that one some more next time we come back. Yeah, but anyway, I gotta get up out of here. I should have probably been gone. But anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Monday, man. Can't give you nothing but blessings, man. That's it. That's what Eagle give, right? But let me see what Bon Kiki got before I get out of here too, though. Bon Kiki said Keith Thurman is like a boxing pastor. He preach about boxing in the sweet science. Yeah, that's all he do is preach. Yeah, that's all he do is preach. But he ain't doing shit. Keith need to get in there. Keith need to go get, go in there and get that action. Yeah, old preaching ass Keith. That's a good one though. See, I got people coming in. So people come in here, they understand what this chat is about. They understand what this chat about. So they come in and they talk about, they followed our subject line, and for some reason they catch on. So I'm suspecting, Derek Beatty, that Bon Kiki has looked at some of my past videos before he came in. I'm suspecting that. I don't know if he did, but that's what I'm suspecting. I'm suspecting that he must have looked at a little bit of something that Eagle had. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nakatani broke Costa's nose. Yep. Yeah, we trying to go with Costa, but no. Man, sometimes the foreigners, they got what it is. I guess Nakatani been ready. We'll talk about it. Nakatani been ready. Me with smaller fighters, I don't usually go past. I don't like to go past 147, but sometimes, a lot of times, something like Tank. Got to talk about Tank. Gary Russell Jr. Sometimes we talk about him, and sometimes we talk about these other fighters. When Terrence Crawford was at 140, we used to talk about Terrence Crawford. So I do go to the lower weights sometimes, but a lot of times I want to keep it up higher. Even this whole uh, Valdez shit. A reason he ended up in Eagles Web because of the corruption. I felt it was real corrupt. But anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all, man. Y'all be good out there. Y'all have a safe week, and let the BS go past y'all, man. Don't believe in anybody's bullshit. Always, just the lesson is just to always examine. Don't just fall into shit just because somebody say, oh, it's this way, it's that way. Catch y'all.